So what we have here is both Jupiter and Venus clearly visible in the night sky and sitting quite close together. That is Jupiter on the bottom right and Venus, which is a little bit smaller to the eye, up above that on the left. And it's one of my favorite things to do is to stargaze, even though those are planets. Right now the stars, wouldn't be able to see them right now. They were actually in an alignment. There's Jupiter, Venus, and draw a line up through, and it actually comes up to the moon at the minute. And plenty of other stars in the sky, but you won't really see them. That's Orion's belt, just up there. Maybe just a little bit too much ambient light from the moon to see that. But it's one of my favorite things, something I highly recommend, is stargazing. Especially if you live somewhere where you don't get too much cloud cover. You can do it almost every night. And it can actually change your life. A lot of the wisdom that I've received is from actually just stargazing, just lying, looking up at the stars in a meditative state. And it's definitely one of my number one tips to beat depression. And I actually see a satellite up there just as I'm talking. Can we see it? Maybe not. Very, very faint. Don't see it on the cameras, I don't think you're going to see it, but a satellite just passing. Yeah, back to Jupiter and Venus. But certainly one of my biggest tips for beating depression is stargazing. On a esoteric kind of level, just from looking at the stars and letting the light from the stars enter your eyes, you're taking in the wisdom and the intelligence from the stars, because like this planet Earth, intelligent being, all the planets have intelligence, and they're all living beings, including the sun, including the stars, and we can receive wisdom from the stars just by gazing at them and being open and receptive and appreciative of them. One of the things that when someone comes to me with depression and tells me they're depressed, I often ask them, when was the last time they gazed up at the stars? And I haven't had someone yet that said that they do it regularly or could even remember a time when they last gazed up at the stars. And I believe it's a huge, huge thing. It's very, very important. It's something that we don't do anymore as a culture, as a race, so often, because we live in cities, we live in places full of ambient light, we live in houses, we don't spend a lot of time outside at night. Most people are inside watching TV and things at night. So it's something that we've kind of lost touch with over the centuries, I suppose. But it's something, if we can take 15 minutes to gaze up at the stars every night, that is a depression buster alone. 15 minutes a night is something I generally do most nights. And it's something I've been doing since I was a kid, and definitely where I've gained a lot of my wisdom, is looking up at the stars, asking questions about existence, philosophical type questions, and seeing the bigger picture. The vastness of everything is just amazing. And more on an exoteric type of level, and a more practical sort of level that most people will understand, is when we do this, is we change our focus, we change our perspective on things. We maybe in a state of depression, we're looking down, we've got our blinkers on, all we're seeing is our problems. Suddenly we go outside, we look upwards, we look into the far distance, compared to maybe looking 2 feet in front of us at a computer all day, or not looking further than across the room. Suddenly looking into that far distance, looking light years away, and seeing objects, beings light years away. That completely shifts our focus, it shifts our perspective, and also we're looking upwards. We're out in the fresh air, we're breathing in fresh air, so it changes our physiology, it changes our biochemistry, and we feel different. And then we can start asking questions, looking up at these amazing, the vastness of the universe, the galaxy. It blows my mind, just how big it all is. And then our seeming daily problems seem, in comparison, just to be so negligible when we contemplate the vastness of everything and how long those stars have been there, billions of years, compared to our short time in our lives that we have problems, and realizing that we are infinite beings as well. We are also like the stars. We come from the stars. We are also infinite beings. We're here for a short while having this human experience. But really, this is just a short experience we have, and we shall be back with the stars, or forward with the stars again. And the seeming small problems that give us the depression in this lifetime will be non-existent. So when we can do this right now, is gaze up and actually realize that, then the problems become non-existent right now. Or we can just simply handle them much better with a new perspective, a more empowered attitude, and a feeling of divinity, a feeling of being connected and at one with the universe. So that's my top tip for depression, and I've got a whole load more, so tune in next time for another one. My name is Matthew Armstrong. Take care.